Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. And in this video I'm going to be taking on yet another Heretic LUFENIA quest, and this time it's against everyone's favourite boss, the Count's Themes. I'm going to be going in with a party of Kuja, Paladin Pecil, and Y'shtola, with a Kuja friend and a brother summon. So I decided I would wheel out Kuja for this event because he has just got his LD boards and he's level 80. And it's been quite some time since I've used Kuja, so I kind of wanted to give him a little bit of a spotlight. Of course, we've got Y'shtola here with LD as well, and I'm going to say that because of the way these bosses' mechanics work, unless you're using characters like 8, for example, then either one of like Y'shtola, Aerith, or Celes is going to be absolutely pivotal in terms of being able to clear this without actually dying, because these bosses in Count's theme tradition have some extremely obnoxious mechanics. So I'm just going to jump straight into it. I have brought Paladin Pecil along because he does have that unconditional, well, it's not unconditional, but he has a 50% party bravery damage boost, which is very, very nice, and his Enchant Holy will stack with Kuja's Ring Holy and LD damage, which is also very nice. Kuja didn't really get much out of his LD boards, to be honest. It just gets higher potency on his LD skill itself, as if it needed that, and he gets like a 20% party brave, like stolen brave overflow aura, which is nice because he can make use of that himself, but it's really not earth shattering. Okay, and it's nothing amazing, but I would say the best thing that he gets out of this is the fact that he's level 80 now, so he gets access to a call ability. I think the lack of call ability is something that level 70 characters is one of their weakest points, you know, rather than anything else. Now, before we start, I do want to just point out that I have gone to Kuja, and I have unequipped the Leviathan HP passive. Now, there is a reason for this. Okay, so I'm just going to jump in here to the quest, and we are going to make it start. Okay, so I'm on one reset so far, and it is entirely because of the obnoxious boss mechanics as part of this quest, and because I kind of messed up the execution of it somewhat. Okay, so just to explain a little bit, the way these fucks work is that when you get one of them below 80% health for the first time, then they will first they both do a self-cleanse, then they become completely immune to debuffs, then they will lock their frames to the point that not only can you not delay them, you can't delete them, and you can't even re-break them for the delay. And then their next attack is a guaranteed one-shot on the character with the highest health, or the highest current health. And yes, they can and will change their target if you get twatted. So basically, the only way to survive it is last stand. Okay, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set them up in such a way that there will be enough time for Y'shtola to take a turn in between the targets, so that Ish can get twatted, and then she will heal herself back up, and then she'll get twatted again, and that way we all survive and everyone's happy. That's the theory. Whether the practice is going to look anything remotely like the theory is a different question altogether. And it is actually quite difficult, to be perfectly honest, to line it up properly, because you might think that just delaying one of the targets is enough so that the turns are completely out of whack. So you do this, so B goes all the way back there. And indeed it's a good idea, but it's not a guarantee of anything, because then you end up with stuff like this, where they're both together. And honestly, there's just no guarantees. There really isn't. So this probably isn't the best team to be using for this, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I'm stubborn. I want to make this team work because I want to use Kuja. Goddammit! So I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna be doing, or trying to at least. Anyway, yeah, I might as well. I'll use her EX this time, but we definitely want to save it when we start getting closer to them being close together. Okay, so this isn't such a bad thing because we've got A, B, B. So I am going to EX onto B here. And I'm going to hope that this works if we delay A to split them up. Okay, so this works. So you see, we've got Ishtola in between them. So Ish has the most health. We need to make sure that her turn doesn't jump up, which it doesn't, which is very good. So what's going to happen here is that, so these enemies are completely immune to debuffs. They don't take delay if you re-break them. You can't delay them. You can't delete them. You can't debuff them. They're basically just being big old obnoxious dickwads right now. And their next attack is a guaranteed one-shot on the character with the highest current HP. So a potential problem here is that we do have overhealed health. So if I use Pulse of Life, this should heal me back up to full. Yeah, there we go, and we still have the overhealed health. So this way, A can do whatever the hell it wants. We're not going to care too much. I really should use a Flatter's Misery, but I'm not going to. I'm going to delay B. And there we go. We take the hit again. So that's how we survive. But that is perhaps not the most reliable way of surviving here. So yeah, there's definitely better teams you can use. I just want to use this one because I'm stubborn. Okay, goddammit. Right. Symphonic Force. Let's go. Right. I should be bringing in my friend Kuja here. I really should. And this guy has 70,000 bravery, which is absolutely terrifying. Yeah, but it's about time I can use one of these, right? Sure, let's do it. Been a while since I've done the old Kuja shuffle. Okay, so even if A came out of break there, Ishtola's got like half health, so should be fine. Okie dokie, let us... Skill 2 should be fine. Those hope buffs putting in work there, which is very good. Okay, let's see. Yeah, go on then. So you know what? I'm not going to use Brave Rejuvenate. I'm very tempted, but I'm not going. So this Kuja LD should do an absolutely terrifying amount of damage. Yikes, okay. Nearly 400k per target. You'll love to see it. That one's got a launch, which is also great. Let's just Medica. So the next threshold that we need to worry about is 50% health. Or 49% to be very, very precise. If I do this, I do jump up in turn rate, but... Let me make sure I attack A here so that we get the launch proc. We don't get the launch proc. That is disappointing. So 56 and 54. Okay, so we have to be pretty careful here because we're approaching that 50% marker. You know what? I'm going to bravery attack here. With Kuja. There we go. Oh, look at this shit. You hate to see it. Y'shtolla's not going to get another turn in between them. So we may well have to summon here. We might have to burn the summon. So let's see, if we do this, she doesn't quite get a turn. If we do that, she doesn't quite get a turn. Okay. So that's actually completely fine, because Kuja does get a turn. So I'm going to Afflatus Misery here. Okay, and very, very sad times. We don't get to use the summon phase with our own Kuja's Burst. That's kind of depressing. But if we go into Burst here, that does mean that our Y'shtolla is not going to get murked. So, yeah, let's just do that final LD. Now that is, well, only 370. I expected more. I'm slightly disappointed. Never mind, it is what it is. Come on, Ish. Heal back up. There we go. Tempting, tempting. You know what? There we go. Not bad, not bad. Okay. There we go, so A is going to attack Ish, which is totally fine. I'm going to do this so Paladin jumps up. Okay. There, we're safe. Relatively speaking. Now it's time to pop the Paladin LD for the debuff. So now these enemies are below the 50% marker, we shouldn't have to worry about that again, and we can also pop the Jack debuff on them. Let me just do this, because it looks like B's about to recover. Yep, there we go. So let's see here. Let's throw down Gabranth. Okie dokie, so, Jack, you're up. Well, here goes nothing. $277. Not bad, not bad. Not the highest I've seen, but definitely not bad. Of course, we don't have another burst phase going. We don't have another burst sequence going at this point. This is just purely Kuja. Oh, look at that damage on Ultima Plus. You'd be forgiven for thinking that Kuja's kit didn't come out several months ago. That's the power of stacking LD calls. You can do some truly silly things with amplifying brave damage potency. And at least with Kuja, unlike Emperor, he doesn't take up 3 debuff slots just to like function. That's one thing I don't like about Emperor. He's really dependent on debuff slots. Those things are valuable. We can't get the 8 debuff turns like soon. The 8 debuff slots, we can't get that soon enough. I think that comes out when Old Nash's burst comes out. So we've got a little bit of a wait for that still, but you know, never mind. Look at that nonsense. That's unfortunate. There we go. This, on the other hand, is not. I love Kuja LD launches. No matter what form they come in. 519, 368, you'll love to see it. Yeah, Medica again. Let's just stay topped off on health. Hang on, what is the Lufenia orb? Like, it's been going down. I've been keeping it under control all this time. I never even took the opportunity to display what it is. Player recovers at least. Right. Okay. It's a HP heal orb. Okay. All the Ultimas. know, I kind of need to use Ishtola's bloody EX here to get the orb up, don't I? Oh wow, yeah, okay, there we go. So yeah, Ishtola makes this... surprise, surprise, Ishtola makes it easy. Who would have thunk it? In her own event. Your feeble multi-slash is useless. Well, I sure hope I don't screw myself over by killing one of them again. Wait, one of my debuffs ran out. My damage kind of just took a dive off a cliff. Okay. Well, okay, great. Let's just target B over here and hope that B dies. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. No! It's still alive! What are you doing? Don't kill me! Thank you. Slightly terrifying. There we go. Okay. That's going to be the Count Steam's LUFENIA. Oh boy. That one's a little bit of an awkward one. At least it was with that team. But I'm quite satisfied. I did it with Kuja and Ishtola. I mean, granted, they're both boosted, but yeah. Ishtola makes this a hell of a lot easier. But in terms of who to use, I've seen some very... creative party compositions with 8. If you can use a whole non-boosted team and you can make sure that 8 has the highest HP on the team, then you can literally have him evade and counter all of the guaranteed one-shots, which obviously makes this significantly easier. So if you have him, then he's an option. If you have Gladio, then, I mean, he has Last Stand, so he's going to be another character that has Last Stand. So if you can have like Gladio and then either like Celis or Aerith or someone that also has Last Stand, then you can like tank the 2 attacks. As long as you make sure that the Last Stand characters are the 2 party members on the team that have the first and second highest health respectively, then you should be fine with that. So there are options to deal with it. Of course, here's my artifacts. I went all max brave on Kuja because I knew he was going to need the breathing room. Yeah, that's going to be my clear of this Heretic LUFENIA. They're all called Power and Magic's Deepest Chasm, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's going to be my clear of this one. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And until the next one, I'm going to say take care and goodbye.